Hello and welcome. My name is Faye and I lead guided meditations here on this platform every Wednesday at 12:30 Eastern Time. My mission is to inspire you to invite in a little more peace, joy, and presence through these guided meditation practices. So if you're here live with me, feel free to drop a comment letting me know where you are tuning in from, or if you're here catching the replay, let me know what time it is wherever you are. So today's practice, we are going to be doing a Hummingbee breath practice. This is a great one to do with if you have any kids, or also a great one to do if you are feeling any frustration or anger, feeling anxiety, stress, overwhelm, all of those feelings. This is a really great breath practice that you can use to help kind of calm down. It activates actually your vagus nerve, which runs from the top of your head or the crown at the bottom of your spine, cervical spine. Yeah. And then it goes all the way into your abdomen. And when that is activated, it helps to activate that parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for that rest and digest function. So it's a wonderful practice. Again, fun to do with kids. Also a great one to do if you're feeling anger or frustrated. And if you haven't caught my other lives back, for my other midweek meditations, I do some other breath work exercises that we are going to do also here today in a little bit because they kind of build upon each other. But you can go check those out later. We'll go ahead and get into the Hummingbee breath. We're going to do a little bit of movement, a little bit of breath, very simple stuff. And then I would like to just know how you feel afterwards. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. You can find a comfortable seated position. Maybe you're standing, that's fine too. I'm doing this kind of weird sit-stand position, but we're just gonna take a couple of regular breaths. So let's breathe those hands up to the sky and then exhale them down. So this breath is called Hummingbee breath, also known as Brahmari. It's named after a bumblebee because we create that buzzing sound. So continue breathing here in and exhale out, letting it go. And here we're just warming up the body. Maybe we're pretending we're a bumblebee, and these are our little wings. Of course, we're flapping them a little bit slower than bees would, but we'll get to the buzzing part very soon. So continue breathing in here. Big breath in and big breath out. So this time, as we continue to do this, I would like for you to try using a ha sound as you breathe out. So we're taking some of the stuff that we learned in ocean's breath and lion's breath practice as well, and we're going to bring this in. So let's just practice, and on our exhale, we're going to say ha out through the mouth. So let's do that together. Inhale in, and then exhale. Beautiful. Inhale in. Exhale, inhale in, exhale. So now you might notice that the back of your throat is starting to feel a little warm, and that's perfect. What you're doing is kind of constricting the back of the throat and creating a little bit of heat here. So now we're going to switch to full nasal breathing. So instead of opening up the mouth to say ha, we're going to keep the mouth closed. The lips are closed and the teeth can be slightly parted there. So let's try that together. So there won't be any sound. You might hear a little bit of sound in your head if you're doing this, but you might not hear anything from my end. I don't know how loud it will be. So let's inhale in, keeping the mouth shut, and then exhale out. Do that a couple more times. Inhale in and exhale out through the nose. One more time. Inhale in and exhale out through the nose. And if you like, now you can allow your breath to return back to normal. Maybe the hands come down. And actually, let's take our hands and rub them together. Now we're going to be moving into the Hummingbee breath. So you might have done this in a yoga class or maybe before a meditation practice. It's a great way to kind of help settle in, ease the mind and the body. And we're just warming up the hands here because we're creating some energy. Maybe you feel some warmth growing in between your hands here. And there's a couple different ways that you can do this hummingbee breath with your different hands, how you want to place your hands. So you might take your hands and just place them on that cartilage right next to your cheek and cover up those holes right there. Or you might take your hands and just cover up your ear holes if you don't want to press on those cartilages. Just be careful not to go press inside the ear. We're not trying to poke out our eardrums, right? So cover the ears, cover the cartilage outside the ear, and then your hands, maybe you want to cover your eyes here. You can just place your hands over your eyes gently, or you can take a more traditional mudra or hand placement and put your whatever these two fingers are, put them on the outside of your nose. The pointer finger goes gently on the eyeball, and then the thumbs come to those ear cartilage pieces. Those are a couple different ways that you can do hummingbee breath. You might just try regularly covering your ears. And so I'm going to do it this way just so I can see if there are any questions that pop up. So the way this works is you're going to hum on your exhale. So keeping those lips sealed. Let's do this together. Inhale in, keeping the mouth sealed. Exhale and hum. And it's not a competition about how long you can hum. We'll try this again one more time. Inhale in, and then hum. One more time. Inhale in, and hum. Maybe you play around with the different pitch, or maybe you try closing your eyes and seeing how that feels and seeing if you can notice the vibrations a little bit more. Let's try this a couple more times together. Inhale in and hum. Another time. Inhale in. Now this time, I would like for you to try changing your pitch. Either try going lower, excuse me, or try going higher and see what that feels like. Notice the difference in the vibrations. All right, let's do that together. Inhale in through the nose and hum. Wherever you are, maybe finish your next round and allow your hands to come down to your lap or next to your sides. And maybe allow those eyes to soften down. And just take a note here of how the body and the breath are feeling right now. And as best you can, notice it without any judgment, keeping in mind there is no right or wrong way to feel about this practice. Noticing what it feels like for your breath to return back to normal. Maybe you notice the sensations of blood flowing through the body. Or warmth, or maybe even tingling throughout the body. Let's take one hand or both hands up to your heart space here. And let's just take a couple of regular breaths to close out this practice. A big breath in through the nose. And then exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. One more time. Big, rich inhale in, filling all the way up. And exhale, sighing it out, letting this practice go. Allowing yourself to lift your awareness back into this room, back into the space that you're in. Thank you so much for practicing Hummingbee Breath with me today. If this was new practice for you, I'd love to know. You want to drop it in the comments, let me know, or tell me how this practice went for you. Again, Hummingbee Breath is a really great one for when you're feeling upset or anxious. Great one to do with kids. And it also has a lot of great health benefits too. When we are breathing in through our nose and out through our nose, we are releasing nitric oxide, which, if you're familiar with that, it's also known as a supplement to help relax the blood vessels, to help increase the blood flow, and it can lower blood pressure, helps with insomnia. It's just an absolutely wonderful practice that isn't traditionally taught, I think. So again, if this is a new practice for you, definitely leave a comment down below letting me know how it went for you. And again, I will be here next Wednesday at 12:30 Eastern Time for another midweek meditation. Be sure to tune in, and I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful rest of your week wherever you are. Bye, everyone.